Good morning, welcome back to another beautiful day in the neighborhood here at casa.texpina. It is build day number 239. Today is the 22nd, so we're 3 days before Christmas. Work day today, work day tomorrow, and then holidays for a little bit. So we've got most of our general labor crew here on site, and the plumbers are here as well. Let's walk around and see what everybody's working on. So let's get started. Alrighty, so Mr. Jonathan out here is putting the grout in the sidewalk area and the garage, making sure we get all this sealed up and cleaned up. The plumbers are on site as well. We had a small repair to do that has been fixed, and they are looking at the parts that they need for the dishwasher install. Also, Mr. Alex is continuing with the cabinet installs for here in the utility room. So this is the basic framing for it. Mr. Stanley is working on the kick plate right here underneath the door. So there's a little tread piece there where the change in elevation from the back patio through the threshold of the garage door. So they put an additional piece of fiberboard underneath here, and he's getting ready to skim coat and paint that today. And Miss Emie hiding way over there in the corner doing her inspections around this morning as well. Let's go ahead and walk around and see where everybody else is at inside the house. So Mr. Henry is still continuing with painting here in the dirty kitchen area. So we've moved on from doing the macias, to now we're doing base coat. Base coat in it? Base? Yeah, base coat, primer paint. So that's why it's got a little bit of an off gray color. Once he's done with that, he'll come back in with the off-white, antique white paint that we're going to use for the... Here in the main part of the house, we've got Mr. Wilson doing some more spray painting. Mr. Lance is working on grout, and our electricians, Mr. Kerwin and Mr. Chucks, are putting up the bases for the lights that are going to go here over the foyer and here in the dining room, but they're just putting up the bases. We've got the same contract, or the same guys that came from Clark Liberty will be coming back to install all the glass and chandelier pieces on it. They seem to be very good experts at doing those style of lighting. So we've asked, and they've agreed to provide that service for a cost, obviously. All right, so let's go see where everybody else is at. I believe back here in the master closet, Mr. Allen is continuing to work on some drawers. So we're getting all these framed up, made up, and then the next step once they're made is prep for paint, which won't be Mr. Allen, that'll be the other crew. All right, one of the other folks that are working out here, Mr. Ferdy, will be putting in our manholes. So they've actually got a frame and such that they will put around the manhole here once that's completed. Also, we are still looking to put in a exhaust fan in here as well, so that'll get ducted out. Here's Mr. Ferdy, and Mr. Andy is working on painting our drawers and cabinets for bedroom number 2 walk-in closet. That's what Mr. Andy is working. All right, we got the frames up, or the bases up, that are going to hold the two chandeliers in this location. So there's a light that goes here with the foyer, and one that's going to go here for the dining room, or for the dining table. It still has the protective coating on it. That's why it looks gray. It's actually gold underneath. We've got the guys from that did our chandelier install are coming back this evening, and they will be doing these two. So I will include that footage on tomorrow's video. So these are hung in the basic locations, and our chandelier installers will be back to do the rest this evening. All right, getting some of our shelving painted, letting it dry in the sun. Yep, gonna be primered. This is just primer paint. Got a piece where that's gonna be the bottom. Moving along on our cabinetry. At least getting the boxes made. And more painting inside the dirty kitchen. You can see the shiny. We're starting to put in the first coat of the good color. First coat of the final color. All right. So that's what Mr. Andy's working on. Go take a look out in the hallway. What else are we working on out here? Taking a break from the air compressor for a moment. Now the color is starting to match. So that's the off-white, or the antique white. Estoy yan, diba? All right, starting to come out. Next thing here is the this cornice work here, molding work here is going to be gray, same as the cornice work up there, and the baseboard will end up being the same as what we have over here. Well, our foreman is having a bit of a quandary. We've got the ceiling fan in for here in the middle of the patio. Problem is, it requires a hook. So this is supposed to go up in the ceiling. But what are we supposed to hook it to? There's braces up there. They made braces as if we're going to drill into it, not hook into it. Didn't know that when we bought the ceiling fan for here, and that's the kind of attachment it has instead of the screws on the sides like how our other one had for the ceiling fan. Well, I don't have the one for this ceiling fan. It had a square bracket that we screwed into the ceiling, into the joist up there. This one has this support hook, so you're supposed to support all of that up on that steel hook. A little different animal there, so we're trying to engineer something different that will work. You guys asked about how we're getting some of the overspray off of the tiles. So we're doing lots of airbrush, right? So we have lots of overspray, obviously. Well, when it gets on the tiles, we have two laborers here, and that's their job, is to go around and get the overspray off. And the way they're doing that is this little aluminum flat scraper. So they go along the edge and they scrape along the top of the tile, and all of the overspray comes up. Then they just sweep it up and brush it away. just a small piece of aluminum, a little tin. Every once in a while they'll sharpen the edge just enough to get it to where they go. Scrape away. No, it's not leaving any scratch marks on the tile whatsoever. We have highly glazed tile. It's got that high glaze finish, and the way they're doing this, there's no scratches left behind. They got it at a very low angle. Just scraping it up, sweep it away. It works, and don't have to worry about any of the chemicals like acetone or paint thinner or anything stripping the finish off of the tile. Takes a while, but it works. So we got all 12 drawers made and put in place. Now it's time to take them apart and sand them and paint them, get them ready to go for final preparation. And then we got 12 more to do over here. So he's halfway there. All right, so a little creative engineering from the foreman. We have the base for the fan secured. It's not going anywhere. Basically what they ended up doing was pushing up a piece of rebar, laid it flat, and has wire and not wire, the baling wire, the steel wire that they use to wrap it with. So, and then they've got that all secured. It's not going anywhere, not coming out, not coming down. Now the next step for them to do is to connect all the electrical, and they'll get started on that most likely tomorrow, and then put the blades and run it from there. All right, in the garage area, we're starting to get some more doors hung and locks put in. So the maid's room now has her own lock installed, and the bath is getting its lock installed. Last, of course, will be the utility room, since we are still working on this one. And you can see the shelving is still coming along. Okay, the door for that last one, the utility room, is sitting in here inside the maid's room. Excuse me. Still working on sanding and prepping these islands for paint. They're just about ready. I think they may be painted tomorrow, just my guess. Of course, then again, you know my track record for guessing, right? All right, guys, it's Yabba Dabba Doo time. Our guys are already wrapping up, putting up away tools, did a little site cleanup. We will see them back again tomorrow for the last day before Christmas and Bali Day. Yes. So a lot of little things getting done today. Got a little bit of hanging around, getting the trying to get the hook done for the ceiling fan on the back porch. I think we got that taken care of. So we will see that put in place tomorrow, hopefully, when the other electrician gets here. So if y'all enjoyed today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of these videos, hit the casa.texpina star right over here and you'll be subscribed. Hit the bell icon just below the view screen. You'll be notified of our next video upload for your viewing pleasure. So until we see you again tomorrow, have a great afternoon and God bless.
Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way.